Major discussions happening tonight about this year's budget for the city of Birmingham.
Yeah, over the last 2 days, city leaders have been talking with residents at Boutwell Auditorium, hearing what they feel the money should be spent on. WVTM 13's Jarvis Robertson joining us now with details on how the conversations went. Jarvis, what do they want leaders to focus on?
Well, Guy and Sherry, the Budget Town Hall gave a breakdown for how every dollar is appropriated from the general fund. Most of that money going towards the city's departments, the least of it going towards youth programs. Now, the current budget sits at about $554 million, or I should say more than that. Tonight, those people who attended, they got a chance to write down questions for the mayor and other city officials to answer, and we were there for all of it.
You don't like it either, but it's necessary to do.
I think it was very helpful.
Robert Walker is the president of the Wahoma neighborhood and Eastlake community. He wants to see more upkeep in the place he calls home.
The main thing that we like to see is maintenance, the maintenance of the streets, and we have big concerns about dilapidated housing.
Mayor Randall Woodfin says $15 million was allocated to street paving in this current budget, and $1.5 million was allocated to demolition for fiscal year 25. Yet Walker still wants more.
The community would like to see more responsibility of people who own their property and not taking care of property. We like to see them have more fines.
Woodfin told those who attended the town hall that slumlords and absentee owners have the same rights as all property owners.
The city of Birmingham can't just roll on private property and just tear it down.
We did hear from the deputy director of code enforcement, who says there is a process for removal.
Currently, it can take from 4 to 6 months to remove blighted property. In the past, it would take up to 12 to 16 months.
There's a process to everything. There's a process to me leaving home coming up here. But I think they need to be more strict. I think they're too friendly with investors. I think they need to be stern.
Some communities have done things on their own to beautify their neighborhoods, something Woodfin is appreciative of.
Having their own cleanup days, picking up litter, picking up trash, calling out those who are doing illegal dumping. It's working.
But Walker still feels more is needed. This neighborhood president wants property owners to deal with jail time or fines if they aren't keeping their space tidy.
I think they should have a 3-block radius around every school. To every property around the local schools should be up to code. Now, Mayor Woodfin says the budget has to be presented in May. The fiscal 24-25 budget, it does end on June 30th. The fiscal 25-26 budget kicks in July 1st. And certainly we're going to follow it every step of the way. Reporting live in Birmingham tonight, I'm Jarvis Robertson, WVTM 13.
All right, Jarvis.